Hi, Scorpio, and welcome to your Zodiac Tarotscope reading. We are going to change things up a little bit again, but I think you'll find it just as interesting. We're going to be talking, I'm calling it the North, South, East, West reading. We're going to be talking about path on it or off it, South Node gifts that you've brought through with you from a past life, and are you using them to the highest good. We're going to be talking about what could be coming up for you on the horizon and what is setting for you or ending for you in the West. So I've been making a joke all the way along, Scorpio, that I have East in the wrong place. Yes, I know that. And for the life of me, I couldn't figure out why I was drawn to that. The fact I'm an astrologer, you think would have given me a hint, but no. I'm thinking of the rising sign. If we're looking at a natal wheel, right? A natal chart, and the zodiac wheel, rather, in a natal chart. And yes, the rising sign is always on the left. Okay, so that is kind of where I'm going with that. So that's how I got East being over here. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get right into your reading. We're going to be going through each topic, and then we're going to be doing live tarot as well throughout. So here we go. The first question actually is, I kind of thought of North Node and if you're on your path or if you're not, right? I have it split in two, so we'll do it both ways. So if you're on your path, advice, guidance, whatever it may be, and we have union with soulmates and friendships. So if Spirit is coming in to give you some advice here, maybe for some of you, you need to have more friendships in your life. You need to spend more time out with people. Maybe, actually, there's an 11 here, which is a master number. You might want to look that up. It could resonate with you right now. But maybe for some of you, you are going to be coming into union with a soulmate. Maybe for some of you, there's going to be a new friendship entering your life, okay, which is going to help you in some way. But let's get a tarot and get a little more information. Scorpio. We have the High Priestess. Oh, very interesting with the High Priestess coming out. See, I want to say, okay, advice or guidance here. It could be two different storylines, we'll say, right? For some of you, you have a union coming in. You have a friendship. Maybe it's a soulmate friendship coming in, or a soulmate in general, if we want to think about it. It's not always about love, but in this case, it could be. For others, it could be you're going to have someone coming in that appears to be a soulmate, or appears to be your new long-lost friend that you always wished you had. And they want you to use your intuition about it. Either way, you're going to use your intuition. For one, I want to say you're going to kind of be using it in the same way, Scorpio, to suss it out, okay? You're going to be using your intuition to figure out, is this really my soulmate, or is this person really genuine and I want to, come into union with them as a friend? And for some of you, that intuition is going to be a big yes. For others of you, I feel like it could be a tread carefully. You know what? Don't dismiss it right away, but tread carefully. Use your intuition. It may not be quite what it seems, okay? Because with the High Priestess, I feel like you're going to be able to see behind the mask, or see behind the veil, or see what is hidden in some way. So just use your intuition, okay? Scorpio, now let's go on to, what if you're still unsure? You're not 100% sure about what it is you should be doing, where it is you should be going, what can help you. We have balance. Take time to relax, indulge a little more or less, set boundaries with your work. So those messages right there could speak directly to you. But I want to know if you're still unsure. It's getting balance in, but let's get a tarot here. Because when we talk about, before I start, when we talk about path, we're talking about doing those things that make it feel like you're not going to work every day, enjoying, loving, being passionate about what it is that you're doing. That can be in any job or any area of your life. A path isn't just religious. A path isn't just spiritual. You could be, and I love using a nurse, right? You could be called to help people, and nursing is the way you do it. And that is your destiny. That is what you came here to do this lifetime, to be a healer in that way. Okay. Or maybe you're a Reiki practitioner and you chose to help people with their healing in that way. You were led to it. You were drawn to it. That's what I mean by path. All right. It's kind of, if I don't do it, I'm going to have this ache forever. You know, it's that type of thing. So the Four of Cups. All right. I feel like setting boundaries. When I see this card right here, I feel like setting boundaries is going to be for most of you. Like I said, the other examples may resonate, but I feel like setting boundaries because here is something right here. Normally, I don't read the Four of Cups like this, but what I want to say is, in this particular case, this unicorn here is not accepting that cup. Now, normally we want to say accept the cup, but I feel like what is happening here, this unicorn is setting a boundary, saying, no, I've already told you, I'm not accepting that from you. I've set a boundary. So what is going to help you get onto your path? Setting strong boundaries. Again, this is when whatever area of life it is for you that you feel your path and what it is, the road you're meant to go down, okay? Work, with family, at play, you know, it literally can be whatever it is for you. And this is collective, so it's going to be different for everyone. But there needs to be boundaries set here. And I feel like this unicorn, this card today says to me, nope, I'm cutting that off. I don't need that. Thank you. I'm capable of doing or working this, however, on my own. And I really need you to stop trying to insert yourself, your ideas, your help in some cases. But I feel there's an ulterior motive to the help. So that is why. And when you set those boundaries, it brings in the balance because you're not constantly trying to push something away. You're not constantly trying to fight something off. It makes everything more calm, more level. All right, let's take a look at South here. And like I said, it's South Node. I'm kind of going with Scorpio. What are maybe past life gifts or a gift that you have that you're not utilizing to its full potential this lifetime? Maybe you're unaware of it. Or, as I've been telling everyone, it could be that you just think of it, oh, that's something I'm just really good at, and you've never thought of it as a gift. So let's see what this card says. We have dignity. Hold your head up high and know the unicorns are supporting you. Okay, Scorpio. Here's what I see, because I'm looking at the word, of course. And I feel that this is you. You are someone who is strong in their conviction. You have dignity. You believe in yourself. You have self-control. You take care of yourself. You 100% wholly believe in what it is that you are doing and what it is that you are saying. No one can sway you. And I feel like it comes right back up here and ties into this unicorn that's saying, trying to set the boundary with someone or people. No, I've got this. I've got this. Thank you, but no thank you, right? That is your gift. When you are sure, when you have, we can say, have done your research, when you have studied, when you just know, when you are trusting your intuition, you can stand up, and regardless of what people throw at you or say at you or try to push on you, you will stand firm. Not in a stubborn way, not in an obtuse way. I want to say, like, you're not being rude. You're not being a jerk. You're not being any of those things. You know that what it is, say it was law. You know the law. You know that what it is that you're saying is correct. And therefore you can stand, and regardless if people are pointing fingers and telling you you're wrong or whatever it is, you can deal with it, okay? That's what I want to say. So maybe realizing now that this is a gift you've had, and you may go, well, yeah, I've always been good at that. Use it to your advantage, because maybe for some of you haven't thought of it as in use it to your advantage in order to set boundaries. And it says with your work. But again, I said it can be anything, right? We're talking about your getting on path here for you. But let's get a tarot to go along with it, because I'm just kind of curious. The Ace of Swords. And look, it's like you have your spirit guide, the unicorn, right here behind you, right? And you know that you have spirit, God, source, universe, or whomever it is for you backing you up. Okay, but Ace of Swords, that is like a new beginning. And maybe even up here with the friends, you know what type of friends or unions or soulmate unions, whatever it is that you want to make. So don't be afraid to stand up and set a boundary around it, okay? Ace of Swords is new beginning. And Ace of Swords is a clarity, having it, new beginning. You know exactly what you want. You have new ideas about it. You have new ways of doing it. For some of you, it could even be breakthrough, right? You finally, this reading may be your aha moment. You have the breakthrough and go, oh my heavens, I know exactly what she's talking about here. And spirit, of course, because this is coming from spirit. I'm just the vessel. I'm just the vessel bringing it to you. But it's really about having that mental clarity. This is a gift of yours. And being able to stand with dignity and to stand with your head held high. It's who you are. Use it to your advantage for anything new that you want to start or get going, or just a new way of being. Or like I said, having new friends coming in. Next, let's look at East, which we know is really West, but hey, rising sign, the sun is rising. I think that's why I went with that. But anyway, we have Pool of Christ light. Open your heart, spread unconditional love. So there is going to be a situation coming in and around you, okay? And any of these can really be situations, energies, people coming in and around you, okay? But coming up on the horizon here, there is someone or something, an event, something's going to trigger you to deal with that situation, or again, whatever it is we're going to call it, but I'll say a situation for right now. Look at the swords again. With an open heart. Maybe this is something that is coming up again and again for you. Maybe this is the first time it's coming up for you. But I want to say, if it's coming up again and again, it's because you're not opening your heart. You know, I think I'm just going to break this down very simply. And it is a Pool of Christ light. It's kind of like, if you believe here, what would Jesus do? Think of Jesus as an ascendant master if you're not of Christian faith, okay? He is also an ascendant master like Buddha, you know, like Mother Mary, like Saint Germain, okay? There are many different. Kuan Yin, I believe, is also an ascendant master. So open your heart and say, what would they do? You know, what did Buddha do? How did Buddha teach? What did Buddha teach? You could even say, right? But open your heart, spread unconditional love. I feel like that also is part of your gift, to be able to stand with dignity, okay? It's also, you can do that because you want to open your heart up. So again, you have that as a gift within you, okay? I feel like being able to see both sides, seeing things from different perspectives, seeing things clearly like the King of Swords. There is going to be a situation or event coming up where you are going to have to use your intellect. You are going to have to be smart. You may even have to be calculating, but in a good way. Okay, you're going to have to open your heart up in order for this situation to resolve itself or to end, okay, whatever it is. But you have to be, I almost want to say, the bigger person here, who is going to have to shine the Christ light, who's going to have to be the clear thinking, intellectually intelligent one here to get through whatever this situation or event or whatever it is that triggers you, dealing with someone, whatever that is how you're going to have to handle it. Now, let's move on to something that's coming to an end for you, like the sun is setting, okay? We have not a swing choice. So as I say with the dragon cards, this is not a swing. This is a unicorn swing. Please look, from his bridle, she is on a swing, right? So, but choice is what we're looking at. So what's coming to an end for you? Maybe for some of you, this has just been a time or a year or like a longer period of time where there has just been one thing after another, just choices constantly. Like, you know how sometimes you can go through a whole week and or even a whole day and you don't have to make one choice. You just go through your day as it is and everything just runs. And then other times it feels like you're making 10 different choices or decisions in a day. And it just drains you. I feel like for some of you, it has been a lot of thinking. It's been using your mental clarity, right? And your knowing, but there's just been a lot of it and it's time for a rest. You just feel like, I need a rest. I need a break. I need to just have a little downtime where we'll call it a mental vacation, right? Where I just, no more choices. I feel that's what's coming to an end for you. All right. With 3 of Cups, there will be celebration at the end of this. Maybe it's a tough choice that needs to be made in order to end something. It could bring us back to here, right? Or it could bring us to here. You haven't started on your path yet because there's boundaries that need to be set, Scorpio, but you need to make the choice to do that. And that is when you will have success, when you'll be able to celebrate. Again, it will be different for each of you. For some of you, it's just been a long battle of choices and decision making. And for others, it may just be one final choice and decision that needs to be made in order to move forward. Okay, let's get some tarot here. Further clarification, confirmation of what's on the table, or more advice or guidance. All right, Scorpio, we're almost to the end here. If you are enjoying this, please throw me that thumbs up, and by all means, leave a comment. You never know what your comment could mean for someone else. You know, if you're sharing something in a way that could be helpful, then please do that. Not everyone comments, but people will read the comments. So, you know, just keep that in mind. That's what we're here for, to help one another out in whatever way we can. We have the Two of Rods. That's making choices. That is planning. That is sitting up and making a plan. Maybe we can say it's what you have to do before you go out and stand and maybe speak to people or share what it is that you know. Maybe here it's about making a plan of how you're going to set those boundaries and move forward on your path. But that's what this is. It's like you have the whole world in your hand here. This is just the beginning. You're inspired and you're passionate and you're enthusiastic about it. So start making the plan so that you can start moving forward. The Wheel of Fortune. Wow. You guys, like, this is just awesome. I always think, well, in the context of this reading, I don't always think, but when I see this card, it is your chance. It's good luck is spinning in your direction. You can think of it as there's no better time right now than to jump on and you know, try your luck. Okay? It's spinning in your favor. So hop on. Don't let it go around and you don't, like, think of it as a merry-go-round and you miss your turn to get on for that set of rides, right? It's just so you don't have to wait. Let's move forward and let's start now. The Nine of Cups. Well, they are certainly showing you that if you, Scorpio, end up working on using your intuition here, setting up those boundaries, dealing with this in a heart and intellectual based way, or when you are able to stand with dignity and hold your head up high and you make the choice to end, again, Nine of Cups. That is like wish fulfillment before the 10, which is you've done it, the end. This is, I've set everything up properly. I walked away from what was no longer serving me so that I could fill my cups with what does. Okay? You are coming up to the end of emotional happiness and balance here. And there's celebration down here. So Scorpio, please work on this in whatever way, or take this advice or guidance from Spirit, because they're throwing you the Wheel of Fortune, the Nine of Cups, the Three of Cups, right? They're showing you, like, this can all be very successful for you in different ways to different people. Success isn't and doesn't mean the same thing for everyone, but there's definitely going to be emotionally balanced success here. That's for sure with all of these cups. And maybe even balance because your heart and your mind are working together. So one last thing before we go, I'm going to actually, and I forgot to mention this at the beginning, pull a crystal. What I was finding in the readings is these crystals actually end up tying in, and I just do them randomly. So it's going to be a little bit noisy. So if something falls out or I grab it, that's the crystal that you can Google for healing purposes, holistically speaking. For serious medical reasons, you need to see your doctor, okay? Or you just might want to look up the meaning of the crystal, spiritually or just in general. Let's go here. Let's see, what do we have for Scorpio? I feel like this one right down here. That is, oh my heavens, what one is that? All right, guys, sorry, I had to look this one. I was like, I have a little thing with all of my hearts written down what they are, and this is a new one, and I'm like, what is this new green one? Moss agate, okay? Moss agate, A-G-A-T-E. So look up moss agate. You may find that there is a specific message, like I said, whether it's for holistic healing or whether it is just to help you in general. Maybe a crystal you might want to carry on your person. All right. Thank you, Scorpio, and I will see you in the next reading.